Hey there guys, welcome back to Just Chatting Football. Hello and welcome to Game Week 10 head-to-head prediction video. Before we get into Game Week 10, we'll do a quick roundup of Game Week 9 results. Charlotte managed to get 3 correct outcomes. However, I managed to pip it late in the week.
What?
And I got 4 correct predictions. That Burnley Wolves draw got me the extra point, which puts the series at 4-4. So all to play for in Game Week 10. And so into Game Week 10 we move, and we have some very juicy fixtures this weekend. So first up, on Friday night we have Crystal Palace versus Newcastle. Both teams lost last weekend, but Newcastle should have Wilson, Fraser and Matt Ritchie back and available to them. For Crystal Palace though, it looks like Zaha, one of their key players, could be missing again, having tested positive for COVID last weekend just before the Burnley game, so they might struggle a bit this weekend. Charlotte, who do you think are going to take this first game?
I think it's going to be a draw.
Charlotte's going for a draw in this one. I am going for a Newcastle win, especially if Callum Wilson does return. So we will see what happens with that one.
We will indeed.
Then we move into our Saturday games, the first of which is Brighton versus Liverpool. Brighton picked up a great win against Villa last weekend, but they have lost Lamptey for this weekend, having picked up a awful second yellow. Liverpool continue to be without some of their top names. However, Diego Jota has been absolutely fantastic for them. Looks like a great bit of business there. They had a good result against Leicester, and even Firmino scored, and that never happens. However, they did lose Naby Keita in that game as well, so he will be missing this weekend. So some key players missing for both teams. Charlotte, what are you going for? Brighton versus Liverpool?
Liverpool win.
Going for a Liverpool win. I am also going for a Liverpool win, but I wouldn't be surprised with Brighton's fantastic attacking play if it ends up going the other way. But yeah, a Liverpool win for both of us. Then we have Manchester City versus Burnley. Who would have thought that this one would be 13th versus 17th? Manchester City haven't had the greatest start this season. They are currently a game behind most other teams. They've played 1 game less, as has Manchester United. But last weekend, Burnley managed to pick up their first win of the season against Crystal Palace, whilst Manchester City faltered against a Mourinho tactical masterclass. Can they bounce back? We shall have to wait and see. Both Aguero and Sterling should be back for Manchester City, so things could start turning a corner for them. They are 2 very key players. I'm going for a Manchester City win. Charlotte?
I'm going to go controversial and go for a tie.
What? Wow, that is controversial.
Yeah,
sometimes your controversial picks do pay off.
Sometimes you just got to take a bath.
You do. Oh, fair enough. There we go.
What happens when you play a game with someone who has no football knowledge? You do random stuff.
I like it. It's worked for you. So there we go. I mean, it could happen, but there you go. Nice. So
anything can happen in football.
Manchester City win for me, and a draw. Draw? You did say draw, didn't you?
Yes, I did say draw. It's a tie, but
a tie. A draw for Charlotte there. And we move into Everton versus Leeds, 2 teams that like to play some beautiful attacking football. Everton stopped the rot last weekend against Fulham, had a great first half display, weren't so great in the second half, and that ended 3-2 to Everton. Leeds managed to get themselves a 0-0 draw against Arsenal over the weekend, but Leeds could easily have scored 4 or 5 against Arsenal. Arsenal were woeful. Leeds just weren't very clinical, really. I'm not too sure which way this is going to go. Charlotte, what are you predicting?
I think an Everton win.
Charlotte's gone for an Everton win. I have also gone for an Everton win. So there we go. Then we move on to West Brom versus Sheffield. This is a huge game. It is a 19th taking on 20th. The bottom two teams. West Brom sat on 3 points, I think it is, and Sheffield have only picked up 1 point so far this season. Mousset could be back for Sheffield, which they desperately need someone up in attack because they're not scoring enough goals. Given the current form, 1 goal could decide this game. And I'm going to say that goal is going to go to Sheffield. I think Sheffield will get their first win and start kicking their season off. Charlotte?
I think they're going to draw.
Going for a draw. And so we move on to our Sunday games. And the first of those games is Southampton taking on Manchester United. Southampton are currently in 5th and Manchester United currently sit in 10th. Once again, like Manchester City, they are a game behind the others. Southampton have had some very good results. They've started to drop off a little bit. Southampton being held to a 1-1 draw against Wolves over the weekend. Manchester United won 1-0 against West Brom after very controversial decisions happening in that game. So again, this one could go either way. I don't think Ings is available for Southampton, so he'll be a big miss. Manchester United kind of getting a bit of form behind them now. So I'm going to go for a draw.
Pulling a me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic me move.
I'm
gonna go for a Southampton win.
Charlotte's going for a Southampton win. Fabulous. Why?
I just think they've been playing really well. They get a bit of fire in their bellies.
Fire in their bellies. And once again, going against your grandma's team. What will she think?
I'm not going to watch this.
What will she think? I'll tell her. I'll FaceTime her ear and I will tell her. And then we move on to the biggest game of the weekend. It's the London derby. It is Chelsea versus Tottenham Hotspur. It is first versus third in the league. If Chelsea win this, they'll jump up above Spurs. If Spurs win this, they'll extend the gap that they've got over Chelsea. So this is a real 6-pointer game already so early in the season. You've got Frank Lampard coming up against Mourinho. Lampard actually did the double last season in the league over Mourinho. Chelsea did the double over Spurs for the first time since the 2005-2006 season when Mourinho was the manager of Chelsea and Frank Lampard was the top scorer that season. So styles could be aligning for a great game this weekend. I'm very excited to see this game, and it's on Sunday. I'm not working Sunday, so sorry, Charlotte. I'm watching the Chelsea game.
Well, you can make dinner.
I'll make dinner whilst I watch the Chelsea-Tottenham game. Who should say the prediction first? Charlotte, what are you going for?
Is it boring for me to go for Chelsea?
Is it boring? It's not, because I'm going for Chelsea.
No, we'll both go for Chelsea.
We're going for a Chelsea
really count for
win.
anything in this competition.
Exactly. It won't count if that doesn't happen. But it could be a close one. Who knows? I'm excited. Make sure you all watch it. It'll be great. Then we've got Arsenal versus Wolves. Two teams that have had a bit of an up and down season so far. Arsenal sat in 12th. Wolves sat in 9th. I don't think Arteta's this great manager that a lot of Arsenal fans think he is. They're just not gelling. I don't think that their attack isn't as great as it should be. They've got some great attacking players, but it's just not clicking. And Aubameyang is wasted out on the wing. He needs to be up front. So Arteta, do that and maybe you'll start winning. Wolves, great counter-attacking team. Again, a bit indifferent as of late. They did get that draw against Southampton. Arsenal had that draw against Leeds. So this could be a close one. Charlotte, what are you going for?
I'm going to go for a draw.
Going for a draw. And I'm going to go for a Wolves win. Yeah.
Is that because you went against them last week and you saw my sagely advice?
No, it's not. It's because I think they'll beat Arsenal.
Fair enough.
Basically. I don't think.
That's me told.
Yeah, I don't think Arsenal have got the consistent quality that they need. There we go. And then we move into our Monday night fixtures. The first of which is Leicester versus Fulham. Leicester, they started the season so well. They've started to drop away a little bit. They obviously lost last weekend to Liverpool 3-0. Fulham lost 3-2 to Everton. However, their display in the second half, once Scott Parker had made those changes, if he starts with that 11, they could do something here, and they could start pulling away from the relegation zone. Could actually end up being quite a close game if Fulham play as well as they did in that second half. Charlotte, what are you going for?
A Leicester win.
Charlotte's going for a Leicester win. I am also going for a Leicester win. And finally, we have
West Ham versus Aston Villa.
West Ham versus Aston Villa. Now, West Ham have won their last 2 games. Villa beat Arsenal 3-0 a couple of weeks ago and then lost to Brighton last weekend 2-1. A lot of people hail Grealish, but I think Barkley has been key to Grealish's success so far this season. His driving forwards play gives Grealish that opportunity to express himself a bit more, I think, in this Villa team. So him going off injured in the second minute last weekend, he's going to be a bit of a loss for Villa, I think. West Ham could have Mikel Antonio back, who was in some scintillating form at the end of last season. He started to bring that through to this season. This is 2 teams that like a counter-attack, so this could maybe be a bit of a stalemate. I'm going to go for a draw. Charlotte.
I'm going to go for a West Ham win.
Charlotte going for a West Ham win. So Villa continue to drop points in Charlotte's eyes. There we go. That is our predictions for this weekend coming. Sorry, Pat's just prowled into the living room staring at us. That's our predictions for this weekend coming. Thank you once again for watching. What do they need to do?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And please hit that notification bell to let you guys know when we upload these videos. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.